Hey guys, Brittany here, and I have a beginner reformer workout for you today. So for today's class, all you're going to need is your reformer. We're gonna start with the foot bar up in the high position. So I'm just gonna move mine up just a bit. We have all of our springs on to start, and we're not gonna be using the box or anything today, so you just need your reformer. Let's go ahead and lie down and get started. So just starting with our heels up on the foot bar, our shoulders are back by the shoulder rest, and we're lying on the carriage. All I want you to do is just inhale and exhale, blow that air out. Again, inhale in and exhale, blow that air out. Beautiful. From here, I want you to inhale and tuck your pelvis forward, and then exhale, arch and lift your lower back away from the carriage. Again, inhale, tuck the pelvis forward. Exhale, arch that back away from the carriage. One more time, inhale and tuck. Exhale and arch. Now I want you to find a neutral spine. It's in between tucking and arching. So you're neither tucking or arching. I just want to find that nice neutral position where your back feels comfortable. And we're gonna stay in that neutral position as much as possible during this class. Now I want you to place your feet right up on the foot bar, flex your toes towards the ceiling. All of your springs are on for stability, and we're gonna work into a bridge pose. So now we are going to go ahead and tuck that pelvis forward, pressing your spine into the mat, just crawling the pelvis up, just lifting that lower back, and then go ahead and lay that lower back down. So again, tuck the pelvis like you're gonna lift up into a bridge, but just lift your lower back, and then go ahead and release it down. Again, tuck your pelvis, press your spine into the mat, lift up just a little bit, and then lower all the way back down. One more time, tuck, lift the pelvis, and then lower all the way back down. Let's do that again, but this time we're gonna keep going. So you tuck, lift the pelvis, the lower back comes off. Now keep going, lift the middle back. Lift the upper back up off of the mat, lifting those hips nice and high, coming up onto your shoulder blades. And then roll down, the upper back comes onto the carriage. The middle back, the lower back, and everything unfolds onto the carriage. Again, tuck the pelvis, peel the lower spine up, peel the middle spine up, peel the upper spine up. Keep going, lift those hips nice and high if you can. Squeeze through your glutes, pull your abs in, and then lower all the way back down, rolling through that spine, one vertebrae at a time. We're gonna do this one more time. Tuck the pelvis, start to peel that lower back, the middle back, the upper back. Everything comes up off the mat. Your shoulders are supporting you. Your glutes are squeezing, your heels are pressing into the foot bar, and your abs are pulling in. And then you roll down with control, one vertebrae at a time. Nice work. From here, I want you to lift one foot off the foot bar. Lift the other foot off the foot bar. Squeeze your knees, ankles, and thighs together. Press your arms into the carriage, and we're just gonna bring our knees over to one side, and then come back to center and over to the other side. So we're starting to engage through our obliques here to get our knees back into center. So you bring them over to one side, and then use those obliques to bring your knees back to center. Going over to the other side, use your obliques, bring them back to center. Very nice. Starting to warm up through our abdominals. We're still in our warm-up phase. Back to center, and over to the other side, and back to center. Very nice. I want you to extend your legs long and let them rest onto the foot bar here. From here, I want you to peel your head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat, the carriage. Lift your hands off of the carriage, extend your fingertips long, point through your toes, pull your abs in. We're gonna do a warm-up 100. So you start pumping your arms nice and strong. Fingers are strong, toes are strong. You inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You look down at your belly button as you inhale for 5. You exhale for 5 and pull that belly button in more. Inhale, pump those arms nice and strong. And exhale for 5, keep pumping. Inhale, keep pulling that belly button in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale in. Keep pumping. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Again, inhale in. Exhale out. 2 more sets, your abs are starting to burn. Exhale out. Last set. And exhale. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Relax your legs, very nice. You're gonna swing your legs over to one side and press yourself up, coming to a sitting position, and we're gonna change our springs. So we're gonna go into footwork, and for that, you're gonna need to take some springs off. So what I recommend here is 2 to 3 red springs. So if you have your red springs, you're gonna put 2 to 3 on, take the other springs off, and then when you're ready, you're gonna come back down. Now, if you would like to lift your headrest up for this, you can go ahead and do that. The warm-up, we had it down because we did that bridging, and every time we go up into an inversion, which includes bridges, you want the headrest down. So, we're starting with our heels on the foot bar. Our feet are gonna be all the way together. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's take our heels on the foot bar, but let's take our feet hip width apart, which is not very wide. Press those heels in, flex your feet so your toes go right up to the ceiling. We're gonna exhale and press all the way out with the carriage. Inhale, come all the way in. Again, exhale all the way out, inhale all the way in. This is our footwork. So as you do this, I want you to think of pulling your abs in. I want you to think of really warming up through your legs by engaging those quad muscles, pulling up through them, and also using the back of your legs, your hamstrings, to pull you back in. Good, exhale out, inhale in. Relax your fingertips down on the carriage. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Keep pulling your abs in as you exhale out, inhale in. Let's go for 2 more. And last one. Very nice. Come all the way back in. The carriage hits the stoppers. You're gonna come up onto your toes now. So the toes are on your foot bar and your heels are lifted. So you're not gonna drop them down. I want them lifted up. And we press out again. You go all the way out, exhale, inhale, come all the way in. All the way out, inhale in. Now the key here is to use your legs to control the carriage. So you shouldn't be banging into the stoppers. You should be controlling yourself in. Going out and in. Exhale, press out and in. And of course you can take the pace up or slow it down how it feels good for you. I'm going at a nice moderate pace today for a beginner class. Let's go for 2 more. Keep those heels lifted. Last one, come all the way in. Very nice. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw our heels together and our toes apart. So this is like a first position in ballet, okay? It's a narrow V position. It is our Pilates V. So heels together, toes are on the foot bar. Your knees are slightly out to the side. We're gonna pull those abs in. You're gonna knit your ribs together. Find that neutral spine we found at the beginning. Press all the way out and in. Now as you go out this time, your thighs are going to touch, and as they do, I want you to think of zipping them together and pulling up all the way from your ankles to your ribs. Think of a giant zipper, pulling everything up and in. Here we go. Exhale, up and in. Inhale in. Exhale, out and in. Glue those heels together. As you press your heels, you're going to activate through those inner thighs. Good. Exhale out. Pulling in. 2 more. And in. Last one. Come all the way in. Very nice. Go ahead and separate your feet again. This time we're going to bring the arches on. So we did the heels. We did the toes. Now just the middle of the foot, the arches are going to come on, and we're going to walk our feet all the way together so our knees, ankles, and thighs are touching. And you're going to press yourself out and pull in. Press out and in. Ask yourself, am I in a neutral spine here? Remember, that meant no tucking, no arching, just where we feel comfortable. Good. Out and in. Now, if at any time you feel like you need to adjust the springs, you can always go ahead and do that. I'm gonna make suggestions based on what I think is appropriate, but you adjust for you. Excuse me. 2 more. And in. Last one. Pull it in. All right, let's take the legs wide. Our heels are gonna be on the foot bar. Our toes are gonna be pointing out to the side. We're as wide as we can go on the foot bar, just like you would be doing a second position in ballet. Pressing all the way out, pulling all the way in. So we're gonna get a little inner thigh work here. Good, keep the feet active and in. Pressing out and in, very nice. Pulling those abs in nice and tight. Pressing out and in. Press it out and in, all the way out. Good. Remember, try not to bang into the stopper. 2 more. And last one, very nice. Now we're gonna walk up onto our toes. Your heels are gonna be lifted, so don't drop your heels down. Lift your heels up, your toes are as wide as they can go, and we press ourselves out and in. It's an exhale out and in, very nice. Those knees are turned out to the side. Keep pulling those abs in as you extend out and in, very nice. Go out and in. You guys are so strong, stick with this. I love it. Good. Come on, 2 more. And last one, very nice. Come all the way in. You can give your legs a little hug, maybe take a stretch, and then sit yourself up. We're gonna change our springs again. So we're gonna come down to 1 red. So if you had other red springs on, I want you to take them off. And now we're gonna grab onto our handles. So I have long loops and short loops. We're gonna be putting our hands in them, so we're gonna put our hands in the shorter loops, okay? So let's go ahead and lie ourselves down. The headrest can be up still. You're gonna place your hands into the shorter loops. Extend your arms right up over your shoulders. Lift one foot up off the foot bar, lift the other foot up off the foot bar. Go ahead and bend your knees, reach those fingertips high. You're gonna press your arms down by your sides as you lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Pull your abs in, and we're gonna do another set of the 100, this time with our hands in the straps. So you're gonna inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, as you pump those arms. And exhale. The carriage is gonna move a little bit. Your head, neck, and shoulders are lifting, your abs are turning on. We inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Go ahead and rest it down for a minute. We've done halfway, we've done 50. We need to get to 100. Now this time, as you come up, you can keep your knees bent, or you can go ahead and try to straighten them out over the foot bar. Up to you. Extend those arms up. We're gonna lift all the way up, bend the knees or straighten them, and we pump the arms. Remember, we have 50 more to go. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Long fingertips in the straps. Exhale, try not to rest on your shoulder blocks. Inhale. Exhale. Last set. Exhale. And release it down. Very nice, you guys. Let's go ahead and hang our straps up in the pegs for a moment. And we're gonna sit ourselves back up again because we need to make another spring change. So coming all the way up, we are going to add on another red. So we're gonna do 2 reds now. And then go ahead and grab your strap, mine fell. Grab onto your straps, and we're gonna lie down again. This time our feet are gonna go in the straps. So you're gonna go ahead, your feet are on the foot bar, holding onto your straps. They're gonna go in the long loop. So remember, I have the short loop here and I have the long loop. My foot is gonna go in the long loop. If you have both. If you have a different configuration, you're gonna wanna make sure you have loops on, okay? For your feet. So go ahead and press yourself out. lift one leg up off of the reformer and place it into the strap. My other foot's still on the reformer for support, and now one foot is in the strap. Now we're gonna do the other one. So press the foot that's into the strap, press in there, give yourself a little bit of support, push off with the other foot off of the foot bar, and place it into the strap. So both feet are in the straps now. Excellent. Let's go ahead and extend out, point the toes, lift the toes up to the ceiling. So you're in a nice line here. Your toes are pointing up to the ceiling. They're perpendicular to the floor. Excellent. From here, we're gonna start by just lowering down and lifting up. Good. Lowering the legs down and lifting up. So now we have 2 reds on, so you're gonna feel a bit of resistance. If that's too much for you, you could always do a red and a blue or drop down to 1 red, okay? Those are good options too. Remember, every body is different, so you wanna pick the spring tension that works for you. Now as I'm lifting and lowering my legs, I'm gonna feel some tension going into the back of my legs, into my hamstrings. Good, I'm pointing through my toes to activate all the way up the front of my legs. And I'm keeping my lower back glued to the mat. Good, so I shouldn't come up and lift up. Okay, I wanna keep that lower back glued onto the mat. My fingertips are long on the carriage. My abs are pulling in and my ribs are knitted together. So lots to remember here, but don't worry because you'll get the hang of it. Let's do just 2 more. We've done a lot of these now. And last one. Very nice. From here, I want you to bend your knees. Your heels are gonna be together, your toes are gonna be apart, and you're gonna make a diamond position with your legs. Now I'm not coming with my knees all the way into my chest. I'm gonna keep them out over my hips here. Good, my hands are gonna stay long, my heels are glued together, my toes are flexed, and I'm gonna press out, going ahead and bringing my thighs together and then point my toes. And then I'm gonna flex my feet and bend in. Good, press out, point the toes, glue the inner thighs together, and then bend all the way in. Very nice, zipping up through those abdominals and bend in. Good, press it out and in. Remember when we did that narrow V, that Pilates V position in our footwork, when our feet were on the foot bar? And I said to zip up, to think of a giant zipper from your ankles to your ribs. I want you to do the same thing here for this froggy, okay? As your legs extend out, I want that giant zipper to zip up. Good, you guys. We're almost there. Press out and in. 1 more, press out and in. Very nice. From here, extend your toes up to the sky again. You're in parallel, your knees are facing towards your head. I want you to open your legs as wide as the carriage, a little straddle here. You're gonna lower your legs down towards the foot bar, and then you're gonna hug your heels in towards each other and lift right back up to the sky. Let's do that again. These are our leg circles. So you open out as wide as the carriage. You press into the straps and lower your legs down. You hug your inner thighs together, your heels click together, and then you bring it all the way back up. Can you try flowing a little bit? So you take it out, press it down, bring it in and up. Take it out, press it down, bring it in and up. So you're getting this nice flowing circle. I love these. These actually feel really good in my legs. You feel, of course, the back of your legs working. But I sometimes do this as a cool down from a really hard class because I think it feels really nice in my hips. Good. And a nice flowing movement. We're gonna do 2 more like this, and then we're gonna go ahead and reverse that circle. So right here, guys, we're gonna reverse the circle. You're gonna press the legs down, keeping them together. Now you open as wide as the carriage, lift both of the legs up, and then hug them back in together. Again, press down, the legs are together, open wide, lift it up, and hug them in. Now you might notice that you feel more tension in one side than the other. That could be that you have one side that's a lot stronger than the other. It could also be that your ropes need to be adjusted so that they have equal tension. So make sure you check that. Good. Keep going, pressing down and up. Good. Very nice. 2 more. And last one. Very, very good. From here, guys, I want you to bend your legs in. You're gonna go ahead and grab onto the straps, and you're gonna take one foot out. Place it onto the foot bar. Take the other foot out. Place it onto the foot bar. Go ahead and drop your straps onto the pegs, or you can even place them on the shoulder blocks. As we sit up, we're gonna use them again, but we need to transition and go ahead and change our springs. So coming all the way up, your legs should be feeling great. We're gonna take one red spring off. So now I have just one red spring on. We're gonna work our arms. Another option is to go down to a blue. A blue is a little bit lighter. So if you're feeling like this is heavy, go down to a blue. Okay. From here, we're gonna grab onto our straps again, and we're gonna lie down. So lying all the way down onto the carriage, your hands are gonna come into the small loops again. So our feet were just in the big loops, and now we want the feet to be into the hands, to be into the small loops. You're gonna go ahead and lift one leg off the foot bar. Lift the other leg off the foot bar. Fingertips are pointing up to the ceiling, knees are lifted. You're gonna press your arms down to the carriage and then lift them right back up. Again, press them down and lift them up. Very nice. Long fingertips in your straps. Excuse me. Good. Down and up. Press down and up. I want you to have nice long arms here without locking out in the elbows. Very good. And as you come up, I want you to bring them right up over your shoulder. So don't let them get behind you and the carriage come all the way in. You want to keep tension in the straps so the carriage does not come into the stoppers. Good, and we're also getting some core work here, keeping our legs in this nice tabletop position. Very nice. Let's do 2 more like this. And the last one. Hold your arms down there, and I just want you to bend your elbows in, lifting the forearms off, and then press down. Bend in, lift the forearms off, and press down. Very nice. Bend and press. So now we're working into our triceps here in the back of our arm. Bend and press. Bend and press. Let's go for 4 more here. Try to keep the upper arm glued onto the carriage here. Keep pulling your abs in too. Don't forget about those. 2 more. And the last one. Very nice. Go ahead and lift the arms back up to where they were in the starting position. Remember how we did the circles? You can place your feet on the foot bar to rest for a moment. We did those circles with our legs. We're gonna do the same thing with our arms now. So go ahead and lift your legs up into a tabletop position, and I want you to take your arms down by your sides. Then I want you to open them out to the side, circle them back up and over your shoulders. Again, press your arms down by your sides. Open them out to the side and back up over your shoulders. Good, press down, open up and out. Press down, open out to the side and up. Very nice, getting that nice flowing circle like we did with the legs. Open and up. 2 more. Open and up. Last one. Open and up. Now let's reverse it. I want you to take your arms out to the side, press them down and in by your sides, and then lift them back up. So you're gonna start to really feel that work here into the arms. Good, especially as you press them in towards your body and back up. Open, press in, back up. Now if you had any shoulder issues, you might wanna be careful with this one. Also, you don't want to lock out through the elbows. So choose a spring that doesn't cause too much tension into your arms and shoulders. 2 more. And last one. Very nice. Go ahead and place your feet onto the foot bar. I want you to hook your loops back up onto the pegs, and then bring your carriage all the way in and sit all the way back up. Okay, so we are on 1 red spring. If you're not on 1 red spring, make sure you do that now. We're gonna go ahead and face the back of the reformer. So I want you to put your headrest down if it was up. Make sure it's flat, and you're gonna turn around and face the risers. You're gonna go ahead and grab onto your loops here. Now there's 3 positions you can sit in. The traditional is legs straight, so both legs are gonna be on the headrest, going through the shoulder blocks. You're gonna sit up nice and tall. 2 other options if this is not comfortable for you and you feel like you're sinking back. You can also sit with your legs crisscross applesauce, sitting up nice and tall. This will make it a little bit easier to not sink and round into your back. And the final position is you can be up on your knees with your seat on your heels. So go ahead and choose a comfortable position to sit in. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall. And then you have the option to hold on to the longer loops or the shorter hand loops. It's up to you. We're gonna be working into our abdominals. So I want you to hold 1 loop in each hand, squeeze in, make sure you have at least a hand's distance away from the back of your carriage, and then you're gonna tuck your pelvis forward as you start to round back, feeling the abdominals engage as you bring the straps in closer towards you. And then you're gonna go ahead and round all the way back up, sitting nice and tall. Do that again. Tuck the pelvis forward, wheel the spine back as the carriage moves forward. Feel your abdominals begin to engage, pulling the straps in closer to you, shoulders down, and then go ahead and round yourself back up, sitting nice and tall. So I want you to have a nice straight spine when you're sitting tall. No rounding back, no slouching. Tuck forward, creating a nice C position with your spine as you round back, scooping those abdominals in, and then sitting up nice and tall. Again, the carriage moves with you as you round back, coming down, 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 keeping the elbows bent, and then coming all the way up straight. One more time, pull those abdominals in, rounding back, and then sit up nice and tall. Very good. Let's go ahead and release those straps. You're gonna come up onto your hands and knees now, still facing the back risers. Bring your knees all the way against the shoulder blocks. We're still in 1 red spring. Place your hands down onto the metal frame or the wooden frame, whatever type of frame you have. Make sure your hands are on that frame. You want your hands just underneath your shoulders here, so not way out in front of you and not too close back towards the shoulder blocks because you need room to move. We're gonna do some abdominals here. If this is too heavy, you can always drop down to 1 blue spring too. So using your abdominals, you're gonna pull the carriage forward towards your hands and then release it back. Again, pull your abs in nice and tight, pull the carriage forward, and release it back. You want to maintain a neutral spine, so no tucking, no arching, just like what we found when we were lying on the carriage. You don't want to arch, you don't want to round. You want to keep that nice and neutral spine. Good, pulling the carriage in and releasing it back slowly. Don't let it slide back. Part of the work is controlling it back. Good, bring it back out. Again, pulling in, being careful not to sink down into your shoulders, but stay up nice and tall. One more time, pulling the carriage in, and then releasing it back. Nice work. From here, we're gonna work the obliques. So I want you to take both hands towards one side. You're gonna place them together. From here, your knees and your shins are gonna stay in a straight line. So it's just your upper body and into your hips that have twisted towards the side. Same principle, you're gonna use your abdominals to pull the carriage forward and then release it back. This might be a good place to drop down onto 1 blue spring and release it back. Good, try not to crunch up in your shoulders, pulling the carriage forward and releasing it back. Very nice. Let's try to go for 3 more here. Really working through those abs. 2 more. Pulling it in. And last one. Nice work. From here, we have to do side number 2. So your hands walk over to the opposite side. You're twisting through that upper body into your hips just a bit, and you pull forward and release it back. Very nice. Pulling forward and release. So try not to use your knees. It's easy to sit back and pull with your legs, but you want to keep your weight over your hands and really use the core to move the carriage forward. Good. 2 more. And last one. Nice job. From here, come back to center. Just sit back into a little rest pose, extending your arms, letting your seat drop to your heels. And then walk your hands in and round yourself all the way up. Very nice work, you guys. Okay, we're gonna stay facing the back. We're still on one red spring. And remember the 3 sitting positions they gave you. Knees, seat, or legs through the headrest. Choose one that's comfortable for you. We're gonna sit up nice and tall in whatever position you're in, making sure you have a hand's distance from the back of the carriage so you're not falling off the back. You're gonna look for those smaller loops if you have double loops like me. Okay, grabbing onto that, palms are gonna face up. You're gonna extend the arms right at your shoulder height. I want you to round back just a little bit, creating a little bit of tension into your abs. And we're gonna curl the hands in towards your shoulders and release out. So doing a bicep curl here. Pulling in and release. Pull in and release. Very nice. Just bringing those hands towards your shoulders. And you can always drop your arms lower if that works better for you. Or you come right up to shoulder height if you need a little bit more tension. Very nice. Keep breathing as you do this. Keep pulling those abdominals in. 2 more. And the last one. Very nice. Sitting up all the way nice and tall. You're gonna take your arms now outside of the carriage so that you're not on the carriage, but you're on the outside. Palms are facing the back. From here, you're going to drop your shoulders down, sit up nice and tall, and press your hands back behind you, and then release it forward. Again, press back and release it forward. Keeping those shoulders down, we're working into the triceps, the back of the arms. Good, pressing down and release forward. Again, press and release. Very nice, you guys. Keep going. Make sure you control it back. Don't let the straps pull you. Good. 3 more. 2, sit tall, don't round back. And last one. Very nice job. From here, you can go ahead and just hang your loops up for a moment. We're gonna turn right around, facing the opposite way. So again, you have 3 positions. You can be on your knees, you can be crisscross, or you can extend your legs straight. For this one, I like being on my knees. We're still on one red spring. And we're gonna go ahead and grab onto those loops again. So I'm gonna grab onto the smaller hand loops. You could always use the bigger ones if you need a little less tension. From here, you're gonna pull the carriage out just a bit to create some tension. Your palms are gonna be facing up and your elbows are gonna be bent. We're gonna serve a try. So press your shoulders down. You're gonna extend your arms out in front of you and then pull them all the way back in. Very nice. Extend out. Pull in. Good, palms stay facing up. You're lifting right up to shoulder height and then pulling those elbows back in by your sides. Very nice. Keep pressing the shoulders down. Grow tall through the crown of your head. Halfway there. Good. This is working into our upper body here. Very nice. 2 more like this. And the last one. Good. From here, I want you to extend your arms out to the side, right at shoulder height or just a bit below. You don't want to be down here and you don't want to be up here. So right around shoulder height, your palms are going to be facing forward and you're going to go ahead and bring your fingertips to touch and then open all the way out to the side. Now, as you do this, I want you to keep your elbows lifted and slightly bent. Good. Keep pulling your abs in. Keep the straps out away from your body. As you come back, make sure they're not going too far back behind you. You want to keep them slightly forward. Very nice. Keep going. We're almost there. Almost done with upper body. You got this, guys. 3 more. Keep those elbows lifted. It's starting to feel heavy. And last one, very, very nice. Okay, from here, we're gonna go ahead and hang up our straps on the pegs. You're all done with them. Yay. So don't worry about that. I want you to look down and you're gonna add on a blue spring. So you're going with one medium heavy and one lighter spring. From here, we're gonna step off to one side. So you're gonna have the foot that's on the ground up by the foot bar. Your other foot is gonna come back against the shoulder block. Your hands are gonna come down onto the foot bar and you're gonna bend through that front leg. From here, you're gonna lift the back knee off. So that's the knee that's on the carriage. I want you to hover it off the carriage. Press your foot into the shoulder block, and we're gonna go ahead and press the carriage out and pull back in. Press out and pull back in. Good, keep your back nice and flat. Abs are pulled in. Front leg is slightly bent. Back knee is hovering. Pressing out and in. Press it out and in. Very nice, working into our legs here. Good, we're almost at the end, so push through, guys. 2 more, and the last one. Pull the carriage in, this time drop your knee onto the carriage, and I want you to sink into a nice low lunge, and then come all the way up. So the purpose of this lunge is to get a bit more of a stretch, whereas the other one was really working into our legs. Good. Dropping down and come all the way up. One more time, we're gonna hold it down there. Feel this nice stretch into our hip flexors. Breathing here. And then draw the carriage all the way in and come up. We're gonna go to the other side. So hop off, walk around, coming to the other side of our carriage. That's the safe way to get here. So now we're working the opposite leg. So the leg that was not working is the one that's gonna be up by the foot bar. The one that's closest to the reformer is coming up onto the carriage. Hands are gonna come onto the foot bar. Place your foot up against the shoulder block and then hover your knee off. Slight bend in your front leg, and we're gonna press the carriage out and pull it in. Press it out and pull it in. Keep your upper body still. Don't move through the hips and the torso. Good. Just going out and in. You're gonna feel that leg working. Very nice. Keep pulling those abdominals in. Pressing out with that leg. Good. 3 more. 2. And last one. Come all the way in. Place the knee on the carriage. And we're going to sink down into that nice lunge, feeling the stretch. And then come all the way up. Good. Pressing down, pressing out into that nice stretch. And then coming all the way up. Again, 2 more times. And up. Last one. Pressing out, just hold it here. Take a few breaths. Feel that nice stretch into the body. And then come all the way in. Great. From here, we're gonna come to sit back down in the carriage, and I want you to take your blue spring off, so you have 1 red. You could also choose to take your red spring off and just have 1 blue, which would be a little bit lighter, okay? So from here, I want you to take the leg that's closest to the foot bar and bring it in front. It is bent. The leg that's furthest away from the foot bar and closest to the shoulder blocks is also gonna be bent with your shin up against the shoulder blocks running parallel. Your hand that's closest to the foot bar is gonna come onto the foot bar in the middle. Your torso and shoulders are facing forward. This hand is gonna come out to the side, and you're gonna press away as you lift up and over, reaching towards that foot bar, getting a nice side stretch. This is called mermaid. And then come all the way back in with the carriage. Again, pressing up and over, relaxing through those shoulders, and then coming all the way up. 2 more times, reaching up and over, and coming all the way in. Last time, reaching all the way up. You can hold it here, nice big stretch. And then coming all the way back in. And we're gonna go to the other side. So you can go ahead and just roll to the other side, or you can get up, walk around. Either way, I want the leg that's closest to the shoulder blocks to be up against the shoulder blocks, the knee is bent, the shin is parallel. The front leg, the one that's closest to the foot bar, is also going to be bent with the shin parallel to the carriage. Hand comes onto the foot bar, opposite hand reaches out along your side, and you're gonna press away as you reach up and over towards that foot bar. And then coming all the way in and relaxing down. Again, pressing out, reaching up and over, feeling the stretch to the side, coming in and releasing down. 2 more times, reaching up and over, coming in, releasing down. 1 more time, reaching up and over, hold it here, nice big breath. And come all the way in. Good. Go ahead and face me, place your feet just flat on the floor. I want you to roll your shoulders up, back, and down a few times. Very nice. Take a big inhale, exhale, blow that air out. And you have made it through your beginner reformer class. I hope you enjoyed it. You did an amazing job. This is a great introduction to reformer work, and it's an awesome class to come back to, learn the basics, and then build from there. So I look forward to seeing you in the next beginner class. Thank you so much, and see you soon.